Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 6.
That I'm here to announce today that I am a candidate for governor of the great state of North Dakota.
North Dakota Attorney General and Republican Wayne Stenjem kicked off his campaign across the state today in his run for North Dakota's governor. Stenjem says he'll run on transparency, as he says he's done for the past 39 years in public office. Good evening and thanks for joining us.
Wayne Stenjem also says, as the longest serving attorney general in the state, he says he strives to serve the public and has the right background needed to run the state. Valley News Team's Ashley Bishop asked the AG and potential governor tough questions about transparency and openness.
The honor of serving is not an entitlement. It is something that you earn. You earn it each and every day, and you earn it over the course of many years of public service.
Stenjem claims he is all about being open and available to the public. But as we have experienced, getting answers is not always easy.
I always try to be accessible to the media. I'm rather known for that being the case. But sometimes media calls and they want comment upon ongoing investigations. And the answer is we don't comment on ongoing investigations for very obvious reasons. And so sometimes that's the answer you're going to get, and you don't need to talk to me to hear that.
The Bureau of Criminal Investigation, which Stenjem oversees, is often called to investigate police matters, like the officer-involved shooting near the Fargo Walmart earlier this year. At the time of the incident, we were told by the Attorney General's office they were not investigating, even though Fargo police said they were. When we started pressing the Attorney General's office about these communication issues, an assistant stepped in to say that the interview is over.
Very careful. I'm sorry, miss. We've got others waiting.
But even when
we're
the
very
media...
sorry. It's not.
We started following up with the question.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry. We have others waiting. I think he's answered your question. Thank you.
Stenjem says the BCI is only there to assist in investigations. They don't provide local information on investigations.
Well, ma'am, I don't know what I can do except tell you that we don't comment on ongoing investigation. And sometimes you might not like to hear it, but that's the news that there is. That's the answer. And you don't need 6 people to tell you we don't comment on it.
Okay, but we can hear that from you, right? Will you give us, as governor, assurance that we'll be able to
I am always accessible, and if you have any issue about it, you're about the only person I've ever heard that from.
In Fargo, Ashley Bishop, Valley News Live.
To see the full 5-minute interview with the Attorney General and Governor candidate Wayne Stenjem, click on this story on valleynewslive.com.
Well, the roads may have looked nice today, but tomorrow might be a different story, and it's a busy, busy day tomorrow, Hutch, with many people traveling. Let's go right away to see what we might have in store for us.
Well, we certainly have some changing conditions across the valley. The good news is the heaviest or the brunt of these storms that will be making their way through the region over the next couple of days will not directly impact the valley, but we will get glancing blows of mixed precipitation. Here's your national travel forecast. No matter what direction you're traveling, it does look like as we go through the overnight, there will be bands of light snow and I think freezing drizzle in spots between now and tomorrow night. So some slippery roads are possible right here in the valley. Look at the mountains of Colorado. Look at south of Minnesota as we head into Thanksgiving Day. Mixed precipitation there, both snow and ice for southern Minnesota possible. South Dakota also seeing some light snow. That's on Thanksgiving Day. So unsettled weather over the next couple of days, but tonight, Holiday of Lights parade starting here shortly. Temperatures around 35, but with the winds, it will feel wind chilly, so bundle up. Oh, jolly night, a lot of excitement. If you travel with care here in our region, things should be good. You get out of our region, you got to watch out a little bit.
You definitely do. All right, thanks,
Yes.
Hutch. After 2 years of anticipation, the minor league hockey players accused of making a sex video at a Moorhead hotel with a 15-year-old are behind bars. Today, Thomas Carey and Brandon Smith took a plea deal, sending them to jail for 45 days, 10 years probation. The deal also means they won't have to register as sex offenders. Both men pleaded guilty to 3 counts of child pornography, the first carrying a maximum of 10 years in prison, the second 5 years, and the third 7. Smith and Carey have to pay $2,000. They're not allowed to speak with the victim and must undergo sex offender evaluation. Carey's also already signed up for sex offender counseling.
Park Christian High School will remember Zachary and Connor Kvalovog tonight with a moment of silence. They are the 2 brothers and student athletes that died in a car crash last summer. Anyone wanting to take part is welcome to come to the school gymnasium at 7:30. Now, that's the first home game of the season since Zachary and Connor died. And coming up tonight, Valley News Team's Cornelius Hocker will tell us how their father, Ray, wants the world to remember his boys.
People in the Perham-Dent School District are being asked to vote on a second referendum after the first in May was rejected. This time, voters will see two questions. The first asks voters to approve a more than $45 million project for a new high school, renovations, and upgrades. Voters are also being asked to approve a $6.2 million for a new performing arts auditorium addition in the proposed new high school. The yes vote would increase property taxes. That would mean the owner of a $150,000 home would see a property tax increase of about $124, an increase of about $30 for the second question. Now, if both questions are approved, property owners would see a roughly $154 increase.
Many folks are wondering whether a new bar and restaurant that is attached to the Sanford Center in Bemidji, Minnesota, will ever open.
Construction stopped on a new Cowboy Jack's there. It's a popular bar and restaurant chain around the Minneapolis area. Valley News Team's Neil Carlson shows us what's happening.
The Sanford Center, Bemidji's premier event center, sits on the shore of Lake Bemidji. However, despite its scenic location, there's a bit of an eyesore between it and the adjoining hotel. Many folks are wondering whether construction of a new bar and restaurant located between the center and hotel will ever be finished. Work has already been underway on Cowboy Jack's for a year, and a walk down the connecting hallway now shows a stop work order posted on the door by the city.
The restaurant has a stop work order on it right now. There's a discrepancy between the owner and the contractor, and we need to see that resolved successfully for them to continue the work.
Matthews says the problem is that not all of the subcontractors who were actually working on the project were listed on the building permit. It appears the project is near completion, and the city building inspector says this issue could be cleared up in a few minutes if the owner and contractor would simply clear up the paperwork. And managers here at the Sanford Center would also like to see that bar and restaurant open soon, since it simply adds another attraction to the Sanford Center.
Yeah, absolutely. It'd be a great contribution to what the Sanford Center has to offer. In between both the hotel and the center, be a great option for people to come and eat before events.
But for now, everyone remains in the dark as to details of the dispute between the owner and contractor, and exactly when, if ever, this new restaurant will actually open. In Bemidji, Neil Carlson, Valley News Live.
We reached out to the restaurant owner, Minneapolis businessman Lee Fondene, for comment, but he has not returned our calls.
164 trees line the Fargo Dome. It's the 15th annual Fraser Limited Festival of Trees. Each year, an area business sponsors and decorates a tree that goes to a needy family. With this year's crop of trees, there are more than 2,000. Now, that's 2,000 families that could have a happier Christmas.
And I think that to people, it means a lot for them to be able to say they gave back or they made a difference in someone's life.
Remember, there's the upcoming event Cookies, where kids can meet Santa Claus, decorate ornaments, and, of course, eat some cookies.
In tonight's restaurant report card, Valley News Team's Christine Stamwood investigates some Fargo restaurants that once they won our Clean Plate Award, and now they've been cited for critical violations. Tune in tonight on Valley News Live 10 at 10. You won't want to miss it. And remember to like Valley News Live on Facebook for all the latest news, weather, and breaking news updates anytime on your feed. Just search Valley News Live, like our page, and you'll stay informed all day.
Traveling is as much of the holiday for many people as the time spent together with family and friends. We have some advice to make sure you're prepared later on Valley News Live at 6.
Temperatures about 10 degrees above average, but as we head into the holiday travel season, some changes are on their way. Hour by hour forecast is next, right after this.